Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, we're going to learn how to bench test a diesel ECU using the full probe. To run a diesel ECU on the bench, you're going to need a full diesel. The full diesel is an accessory to the full probe that has three important functions that are necessary to operate these ECUs on the bench. It simulates additional sensors that are necessary for diesel ECUs to work. For example, the rail pressure sensor, turbocharger pressure, or the EGR valve position. It checks the outputs of several critical valves and applies an appropriate load to keep the ECU running. It checks the positive and negative injection pulses of up to 6 injectors, and it connects the injectors or simulated injection loads to the ECU. It also verifies other functions of these ECUs, such as glow plugs, additional 5-volt outputs for the sensors, additional negative activations, and 2 electric fan speeds. Now we're going to connect this ECU and run the test step by step. The connection assistant is in this pin-to-pin menu and is presented in the same way as in the gasoline ECU test. Only you have to use connectors 3, 4, and 5 for the additional functions required by these ECUs. Here's the link to the gasoline ECU test in case you want to watch it before watching this video. First, we connect the power lines. Red for terminal 30, black for ground, orange for terminal 15, and yellow and brown for the main relay. Supply terminal 30, terminal 15, and verify that the consumptions are under 400 milliamps. Switch off the ignition and continue connecting. Then we connect the white wire from connector 1 to verify the pump relay output, and the orange wires from branch C of connector 3 to verify the 5 volts to the sensors. Power up and verify the 5 volts to the sensors. In this case, the fuel pump temporizes. Turn the ignition off. Next, connect the wires that simulate the crankshaft and camshaft sensors in connectors 1 and 2. Unlike gasoline ECUs, we are not going to see any pulses when generating RPM at this stage. In order to see pulses, we have to connect the injector load, valves, and sensors related to fuel pressure. Follow the instructions in the table of connector 3 to connect the sensors and valves needed to run the ECU on the bench. For example, the rail pressure sensor and the rail valve. Follow the connection instructions of connector 4 in order to connect the positive and negative injector outputs. Connector 5 allows us to connect real injectors or the diesel emulator to apply injection loads to the ECU. If we use connector 5, the injectors are connected as follows. If we're using the diesel emulator, we first connect to the output of connector 5. In this legend, the connection assistant tells us if the injectors are piezoelectric or inductive. The emulator has 3 inputs that simulate 3 different types of injectors. For piezoelectric, use the red output. For inductive, there are 2 outputs with 2 impedance values. In general, use the yellow one. If that doesn't work, try the blue output, which has a lower impedance, for example for the system EDC16. There is no risk to your equipment or to the ECU if you connect the emulator to the wrong output. Now comes the moment of truth. We've connected the power feeds, the RPM signals, the valves, the sensors, and the injection loads. Generate crankshaft and camshaft signals and observe how the ECU starts to work on the bench. This concludes our video on how to connect a diesel ECU. Remember that if you want to connect an immobilizer system, you do it in the exact same way as you would with a gasoline system. Join us in our next video where we are going to connect a direct injection gasoline ECU. Thanks for watching.